Hey guys, what's up? Here's my review on The Real Housewives of Potomac. This is my first time reviewing the show ever. And if you follow me or seen any of my posts, you know I just usually film my life and hang out and do stuff with my friends. But today I decided to do something new. I have been wanting to review the show since the start. Things being the way they were, I never did it, but I'm doing it today. And it came to you from a beautiful park because that's where they filmed their opening scenes. So going forward, I'm gonna try to go somewhere for this review where they were in that episode and try and check it out, but I couldn't get to DC today. I am a native Washingtonian, born and bred, Washington DC, Northwest, Uptown. So I could talk about the show. Currently am residing in Maryland, so I got like best of both worlds going on here, and I can review the locations. I can tell you about the restaurants, like ask me any questions, and if I haven't been there, I'll go and check it out. Probably tell you about everything except locations except cash trips, because unless y'all cash apping me to go to where they going, I ain't doing that. But anyway, let's get into it. Now, so I set myself up right, got my little picnic basket, got my little book and some reading, so you know I can hang out and chill and do some cool things, okay? All right, let's get into it. So, first off, we got that opening scene with them at a picnic, and it seems like Giselle has made amends with everybody except Wendy. So, you know she's getting all the tea. She's spreading all the tea, and I think we're going to see that more throughout the season. She gonna be the new one to kind of like wash her hands of it after she tossed the drama in. Now that's usually a role left for Miss Darby herself, but now she is the storyline, so we'll see how that plays out, or who takes the new role of bone collector for this season. Let's say Miss Giselle is catching everything. Like when they went to the restaurant at the end for Karen's spring into spring event, whatever she was calling it, or tequila and tacos. I have no idea what the actual name of that event was. But when they went to that restaurant, did y'all peep Chris's cold shoulder? Giselle peeped it. So again, she's like seeing everything this season while everybody else just living their life. She gonna be messy boots. So keep an eye on Miss Bryant herself. All right, so let me get off Miss Giselle and get on to Miss Karen Huger, because if y'all are all over her social media, y'all see her new look, her new theme, her new everything, and she is loving life right now. And honestly, that's how I'm trying to be. That's why I'm out here having a picnic, ditching work, making videos, okay? Trust me, I'm trying to be like that when I'm about to be 60 plus or whatever age we are in the world of Miss Karen Huger. So far, Miss Karen Huger is just giving her grand dame status. She gonna bounce from house to house to house and do everything. I do want to make a note about her and Mia's relationship. I feel like Karen already knew whatever Mia was going through, so she just sat there and played it cool, like, oh, you thought so? Oh, for real? Oh, da-da-da. But she already knew, and you could see that when as soon as she got over to Mia's house, first thing she said was, the girls are worried about how you present yourself socially on social media and what you're saying and what you're doing. So that little alliance is still going. I guess she did introduce us. We will never know unless you're in that inner circle how close they actually are, but they are keeping their relationship intact. So I do like that. Everybody needs a little friend, a little back me up, because you really, in the Real Housewives world, you don't know who's going to turn on you or when, as we do see with Miss Wendy, who will turn on anybody whenever she feel like it. So interesting that she's only on the outs with Giselle, so we'll see how that turns out further. On to Miss Candace, who got her glass of champagne again, even though some of y'all had it out for her last year. Twitter didn't want her back. I really had no problem with her. I do think she's messy, but she's good TV. Hopefully she keeps her hands and knives and forks or whatever she be throwing to herself this season, and she just will chill out and have a good season, right? Because it seems like her and Chris got some things to work on. And speaking from experience, it can be very stressful when you're trying to go into baby making. We all just came off of the pandemic. I believe in the beginning, I really do think Chris loved her. I didn't see any of these crazy issues going on in advance between them. But I do think when you let your family into your relationship, that's how things get a little bit messy. So hopefully what we see is the most extra that people's families do, and that, you know, people don't really get into it, and hopefully they can work it out, because I'm rooting for them. I like Chris and Candace together, so hopefully they're all Gucci. Okay, now let's talk about Miss Robin, because she don't want to get married, y'all. Can y'all feel that? I don't know. I think they're just happy the way they are, and the world might have pressured them into trying to get married again, and I think they would rather keep it as is. But we'll see if we get a wedding episode. Maybe she's waiting for that check to be able to do the spinoff season. But I heard her and Juan were okay. I gotta keep checking my surroundings, y'all. Like I said, I'm from the DMV. Keep your head on the swivel. But listen, so she don't want to get married, and that's evident by the stuff she keeps throwing out at Juan, like more housing space, the business, now the prenup. Like, she gonna throw everything at that man for him to be like, okay, let's just stay where we are, keep doing what we doing. I do not think that she wants to break up with him, but I do think that, like, she's happy. And she might know best for both of them, for real. Like, he really might think he want to get married again, but she might know best after all this time. It is what it is, for real. Yeah, I'm so paranoid in nature. Wendy, who, as we see, she's about to form a business with Peter. I don't know if y'all kept up all summer long, but normally for me, when the show go off, it go off. I do follow a lot of them, but these last couple of years, I really haven't been stalking the way I used to online on social media and keep up with everything. I do not know how that venture turned out. I have been to Bar One in Baltimore. I did see Peter in the restaurant. They was working. It looks nice. It's beautiful. Y'all go there for yourself, experience and tell me how you feel about it. But that is with Bravo. What is this, like, first Apollo coming back, now Peter coming back? Is this like Revenge of the Exes? Like, what do we think about all the men folk coming back? And then she gonna have a business with him and her husband's not on board. Like, girl, get it together. I hope when she meant he wasn't on board, it was kind of just like, you have 1,000 projects. I don't want to be involved in another one. You know what I mean? Not like he not on board with it, because he seems like, you know, he gonna get in there where he fit in eventually, the same way he did with her candle business, to get her together. So I do hope that all works out. These are very young marriages to be putting so many things like a show on it, a business on it. And if we've all watched Bravo, we all know how stressful filming your relationship can be. So there is no mystery there. All right. So hopefully Miss Wendy has her stuff together, their relationship is strong, and it's going to survive a restaurant, right? We love to see people opening businesses on the show. Sadly enough, we watching TV, we love the drama, we love to see them fail, we love the mess in between. But right now, I'm rooting for all my Potomac girls. So, no issue there. All right, who else got a glass? Mia, Miss Mia. So far, I love Mia. I think she has good energy for the show. She has all the things that make up a housewife going on. She has businesses. She has her husband that's a little cuckoo, so we get to see how he ends up interacting with the cast. You know what I mean? She has kids. She had crazy mama drama. I won't say her mama's crazy. I say it's crazy mama drama, because I could say my mama crazy too. Don't tell her I said that, y'all. But listen, we all got stuff going on, but she seems to have all the elements that make up the perfect housewife viewing season. Okay, I'm gonna stop calling it a storyline, because I like to suspend reality with them when I watch the show and just be like, oh, this is her life. You know, I'm suspending reality for the time being until the show is over. Okay, so she has the perfect make up for what we normally would see in a housewife. Traditionally, we see them building the business, but she already is established. So then she's friends with Karen Huger. They got that dynamic going on, and we will see how they play out. She's a new housewife still. This is her second season, and so far, aside from her big C scare, she may redeem herself, and we may be able to enjoy Mia. But it seems like she gonna get a little messy based off the previews. But you never know how they're gonna spin it, or how a comic can look very dramatic to us, and then once it plays out on the show, it's not as dramatic as it was. So excuse my shine, because like I said, I am in nature. And before I sat down to chill here, I took a walk, y'all. I took a hike, okay, in my outfit. All right, so don't talk about my little paleness. I should have filmed this first, but that's another story for another day. All right, Miss Ashley Darby, you're up. You're the final review of the season. So because it's season 1, we just talking about their personalities and what may be to come for them. And I know y'all are all happy to see that she may be leaving Michael behind, moving on, starting over, getting on with her life. But I have always said this, and people think I'm nuts, but I really do think that they loved each other or enjoyed each other's company so much so that she signed that prenup, re-signed that prenup, she stayed with him. What's interesting to me is that now that she's a mother, her goals have changed for herself and her life. While when she was that party girl and she was single, and sorry if I keep looking away, but like I said, I'm paranoid about being outside. You gotta be keep yourself together. But like I said, because she her dynamic has changed, so she's telling Michael, I don't want to do this stuff anymore. I'm not that free spirit. I'm a mother, for lack of a better term. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a mother. I can't be out here hooking up with Sally, Susie, and then letting you sit there and watch or join in. We ain't doing that no more. I would like to be husband and wife for a while and see how I feel about that. Speaking as a wife, I will say that when that feeling changes in your marriage, you have to go with it, and you have to hope that your husband supports you in that feeling, because a lot of times it's just for a moment. She might be like, I'm a young mother, I have kids, I want to set an example, I want to be a role model. And in a couple of years, she might be like, you know what, I'm back to being Ashley, I'm popping and locking again, and be right back in the original role that they had set up for themselves. And I think for all the space she gives Michael for his insanity, he should give her that moment to enjoy her motherhood. And I feel like he hasn't done that, and that's what's prompted the move. And I do agree with Karen. If Ashley plans on staying with Michael, she is doing a power move by saying, I'm leaving, I'm doing this, because Michael's older and he's starting to get in that space where he might not want to die alone. He might need a family, a wife, 2 kids, and it seems like he's a good father, so he might want to see his kids when he come home, even though he out wilding and losing his mind. Some men are like that. They think that when they get home is supposed to be home, no matter what nonsense they was doing out in the streets. So he might be looking for that, and so that's a power move. Also, y'all, Karen's right. Arlington is a concrete jungle. It is bricks upon bricks, office buildings, office buildings. I mean, Arlington does have a lot of parks. They have a lot of green spaces, but it's going up. The buildings are going up. The space is small, and people there are young movers and shakers. It's not a place where if you want your kid to run around, they're going to be running around on the sidewalk. Some of that might work for a little bit, but eventually, no, you're going to want this. You're going to want a backyard. You're going to want some space. And when she's seeing all the women live in Potomac or Hanover, or I don't know, wherever these people living in Baltimore, wherever Robin and Wendy have moved to, it's green, okay? It's like this will be your backyard. She wants that for her children, and Michael need to give it to her. That's all. overall, I would say if we got to do a rating on this episode, I would give it a 9 out of 10, only because we didn't get the whole group together at the same time until the very end, so we won't really see everybody interact together until the next episode, which is Sunday. And I will try to take note on where they went, and I will film from there so you guys who are not in the DMV area can see it, or if you plan on coming to the DMV, you can see it. I just wanted you to see how beautiful that sun is behind me. It's popping. And if you look up, oh my God, that's so gorgeous. Anyway, now, yeah, it's people boo loving on the other side of me. Move! Ah, that's me. All right, y'all. Final review. Okay. Final moment. And I think y'all gonna love this moment. All right. We gonna call it crazy or lazy, since Andy loves these games. Is the housewife crazy or lazy? First up, we have Giselle Bryant. Crazy or lazy? I'll let you decide. Tell me in the comments. I think Giselle is in the middle. Crazy? What are we calling it? Krazar, I don't know. Anyway, I think she rides in the middle and dependent on the season. I think she was crazy for trying to get back with her ex. That was nuts, given everything they had been through. I think she can be lazy with her storyline because she is consistently giving us the kids and then to be in the drama, but nothing really else except when she announced her makeup skincare line. But so far, she's just a constant on the show. We love it. We love to see her. We ain't got no problem with it, right? Her and Robin's dynamic is so much fun. And when her and Karen are besties, I think that's when we gonna get the best content from them. When they're together on it, their messiness teams up into a supernova messy, and it's just awesome. And if they can keep out of their feelings and, you know, rah with each other every now and again, but not let it get to the point where they're not talking and can't be in the same room with each other, I think it'll be a good season. Robin, crazy or lazy? I think Robin's lazy. I think that, no. Okay. I think she's lazy for storyline for the couple of seasons, but I think this year she can give us a little bit crazy. But again, it's like you need a base on the show. You need somebody that can hang out with the ladies, and I feel like she can hang out with all the ladies, and she doesn't hold grudges. So when she becomes in these problems with the women, it doesn't last long. Karen, crazy or lazy? Just based off this episode. Karen is crazy, y'all, but we love her. We love her. We love when the older generation, I'm not saying she's old, I'm saying the older generation becomes to their elder status that they don't care what they say or do anymore. And that's the space that she's in, and nobody can check her because you be like, respect your elders, right? So she knows that, but she's still banging off the fact that she got young friends, she got a young daughter, so she gonna be hip, she gonna be fashionable, she gonna be fabulous, but she is riding off of that seniority status where she could just do whatever she want, and they be like, oh, it's because she's this old, ha ha ha, just let her live her life, thanks auntie, like that type of space that she's in. So we're gonna go crazy because she ain't lazy. She gonna give us story, y'all. She gonna give us tea, she gonna give us parties, she gonna give us invitations and announcements, and that's what we love to see. Mia, crazy or lazy? Right now, I think Mia is just crazy. I think that everything she got going on in her life on a regular day is nuts, and she crazy, and she gonna give it to us, y'all. We gonna see this season. I mean, we saw it last season. They gonna get a little wine in their system, a little champagne. Mia's nuts, y'all. But guess what? Nuts makes great TV. Crazy or lazy, Miss Candace? I think Candace is crazy. I'm sorry. I would rather her be lazy sometimes and like chill out, but nope, the girl is nuts, gone in the head nuts. And now that she's moving into her her music career, and she's getting exposed. She might be getting away from her mama more. She might be really like stepping out into the world. And people say, like, she's a pageant girl, she's seen the world, but sometimes people be in a bubble where they in a community, they in a neighborhood, and they're in a pattern, right? But I think the more that she travels, the more she gets to live in her art, and she gets in a space of like-minded artists, she's gonna be really cool. But she's also nuts. So there you go. Crazy. Let's see. Ashley, crazy or lazy? Crazy. Won't even have to discuss it. Crazy. Even her uncle told her, are you building a business or buying a house? Like, you're nuts. Crazy. Done. Do we get everybody? Wendy. I love Wendy, y'all. If y'all follow me on Twitter, my handle is One Wick Wendy, for when she was making the One Wick candle and they were making fun of her. I know her candle business is booming right now, and I'm so happy for her. And she was very smart, because if y'all follow the trends, candle making or candle making businesses, and that's why Karen rolled out a candle. You can make some money if you're passionate about making candles. So, y'all can look into that, and all y'all candle makers enjoy, because I love a good candle. Ain't nobody gonna stop buying candles, let me tell you that. Ain't nobody ever gonna stop buying a candle. So, 1 Week Wendy, if you want to follow me on Twitter. I will make more comments. I don't comment as much. I tend to be a bit of a lurker, but because of this series, I will definitely be on it this year. Let's see. Wendy's crazy. Gotta love her, but she's off the deep end, and hopefully she will circle back. I don't want her to be lazy though. I love the fact that she's crazy, that she got so much going on, because for real, we're all Wendy. Like, if you really think about it, how many of us don't have a cajillion things going on at any time of the day, any time possible? We want to build businesses. Some of us have them. Some of us have more than one. Some of us will jump into somebody else's and help them out. You know, like, we are that person. And for those of us that got our money up, go ahead. Hey, throw yourself into a restaurant. Throw yourself into a candle business. Matter of fact, throw yourself into it anyway. Ain't gonna hurt you. Listen, after the pandemic, do you, boo-boo. Have a great time. Yes, Wendy, crazy. Do we get Giselle is in the middle. She can be lazy, but she's crazy. So we gotta think of a word for her. Talent. We said Robin is crazy. Ashley's crazy. Karen is crazy. No, we said Robin was lazy, right? Okay, Robin's lazy. Anyway, I'll put it in the I'll post it when I watch this back and edit it. I'll put it underneath so we can remember. I hope we got everybody. Wendy, Robin, Giselle, Ashley, Karen, and Mia. Yeah, we got everybody. So there we go. And if I forgot anybody, I will tap back in, but I don't think they was on the episode. Yeah, but tell me in the comments, like, follow, what you think. I will, like I said, I'll go to a actual Real Housewife location next time and try to film it. I just ran out of time today, and I could not get into DC as much as I wanted to. Don't come for me. I live in the suburbs, but I'm not that far out that I could not have driven there. I just didn't want to fight rush hour traffic getting back home. What is normally like a 35 minute drive would have turned into over an hour to get out. So once the time gave up, I gave up, and that's that. But look, I brought you cheers, a little glass of champagne from the Potomac girlies, and let me know if you want to see some Potomac venues, some Potomac scenery, but I'll be in DC next week, promise, so y'all can have some fun. Bye. Thank you for watching.